Bruce. He's in the studio, and he has some very, very important information to share with you about an upcoming preparation for an upcoming NBC News documentary. And they're seeking participation from individuals, I understand, in the South Jackson area. So I'm not going to try to take over and tell you what's happening, because I'm just a rider in the car of the driver.
Look at me. Look at me.
I'm just a rider in the vehicle of a driver that's, I don't know how fast he's driving. I'm kickback cruising, I'm telling you now. But anyway, what you say about Bruce Sanders?
And once again, thank you, Wildman Brown, for allowing us to communicate this information to the community. This is for residents in the South Jackson community. South Jackson community. And this is from NBC News Digital reporter, Miss Nirma Hasty.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you this, Bro Howard. You said for individuals in South Jackson, people in North Jackson, East Jackson, West Jackson, they want to say, is it any particular reason why South Jackson is targeted by this special prepared NBC News documentary?
Based on some of the community meetings that I've been engaged in, I think South Jackson has the most trying water troubles in the city of Jackson. And I'm not for sure, I've heard, and don't quote me because I'm not an engineer, but I believe the way the towers are set up, they may not have a water tower, or the distance from the water treatment center doesn't have the necessary connections. I'm not for sure. But
I've sort of heard them elaborate on that over the news and the information that's being put out for the people, that because of South Jackson being so far located away from O.B. Curtis, one of the main plants here in Jackson, it takes an enormous amount of pressure to be shot through the pipes,
yes,
so
sir.
the people in South Jackson can be the recipient of adequate water being provided for those in the area. So let's, I can understand what you're saying. So tell us a little bit about this NBC News documentary and what is being sought from individuals in South Jackson, and how can they be a part? How can they be a part of this upcoming project?
And it's important that people that are actually directly affected by the crisis get an opportunity to tell their story. So I'm going to read exactly what she emailed me today in regards to what they hope to accomplish while they're in the city between October the 23rd and the 26th. I'm hoping to connect with families based in South Jackson that don't have clean water and relying on bottled water to get by. Ideally, it's a family with multiple, let me say that again, a family with multiple generations living in their home, like elders, children, and also grandchildren.
Okay, hold up right there. Kind of elaborate on that for my listeners, please. You said they're seeking families with multiple generations in the same residence. Basically, I'm getting to understand that's what you're saying.
Yes, sir. In other words, you're the dad, I'm the son, and then I have a child.
Okay.
So they want to speak to a generation of individuals that's being affected by this water crisis in South Jackson.
Who live in the same dwelling.
I don't think they have to live in the same dwelling, because at some point they started out in the same dwelling, and they may be living in separate dwellings, but they just as long as they're from that South Jackson community.
Okay. Okay.
And so please, I don't need anybody calling me from County Line Road saying that they,
want to participate.
Yeah, not saying that they haven't lived in South Jackson, but hopefully we'll be able to, with the number of people that we have in the South Jackson community, let's give South Jackson an opportunity to speak on South Jackson. So I want to say people that are current residents in the South Jackson community to please, let's put us in a position for you to tell your story.
Okay.
And how will you be able to tell your story? I'm supposed to communicate back with Miss Nirma Hasty, with NBC News Digital by Thursday morning with a list of those people who are willing to communicate and be part of the documentary.
That's this Thursday morning.
This coming Thursday. I know
okay.
And she puts in here, our timeline for this is tight, but hoping to have found a family by this Thursday morning, since we'd like to start filming early next week. They'll be in Jackson from October the 23rd through the 26th.
October 23rd through the 26th.
Yes,
huh?
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's going to be Sunday through Wednesday.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so how, if I am interested in participating in this project and I am a resident of South Jackson, how may I consider being a part of what's going on?
Okay, I'm going to give you two distinct numbers. One is going to be a personal number, and then one is going to be with Central Mississippi Health Services with a code name.
Ooh.
You like that?
Number and a code
name.
Wait a minute, you gotta get that real slow there. Don't take it too. Okay, I gotta call a number, then I gotta hit the code
name. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And the first number is going to be Howard Sanders. My personal number is going to be 601-937-5671.
Wait a minute, I told you, when you come on my show, I
was
can't write that fast. I can't write that fast, like I'm a senior citizen, man. Like, don't take me too fast.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I can't, take it in like that. So, like, please, just slow it down just a moment. Just a little bit.
Okay.
And I got you covered. Okay.
Just a little bit.
That number again?
601-937-5671. 601-937-5671.
And that's your personal cell?
Yes, sir. That's Central Mississippi Health Services. That's my work number. My cell phone work number.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So please leave a message. I'll be traveling tomorrow. So please, if I don't answer right away, please leave me a message. It's vital that we have some families in place for this lady to interact with by Thursday in order to start the documentary filming this coming week, the 23rd through the 26th.
Okay, and what's the additional number with the code?
Additional number is going to be Central Mississippi Health Services, 601-948-5572, 601-948-5572. Code word is going to be NBC News Digital, Howard Sanders.
Ooh.
You like that? That's okay with that?
I like that, but it's extensive. NBC News Digital, and then Howard Sanders. Okay.
And if you can't get the NBC News Digital, just leave a message for Howard Sanders.
Let's leave a message. Okay. Give that number again, there.
601-948-5572. And I always encourage people, regardless of what you're doing and where you're doing it, get the person's name that you're interacting with. Be sure to get a name.
So whomever answer the phone,
get a name.
Well then, hello, this is Central Mississippi Health Service. Would you please tell me your name, because I'm trying to contact Howard Sanders.
That'll work.
And I want to participate in the water program, the documentary, because that's more than likely the way that the call may be received at Central Mississippi Health Service Incorporated. I mean, they're going to shorten it up and tell you, I want to know about the documentary film that's being made. I want to be in it.
I got to be in it.
Okay.
You know what? Very rarely do we get an opportunity to come to the stage. They got an opportunity to come to the stage because WILDMAN Brown has given me an opportunity to put it out there.
Always. Anything relevant to helping my people, I got you.
And I'm going to share one more thing. I can't tell you thank you enough, WILDMAN Brown and Miss Wild. And you guys have been an additional assistance in making sure that we take care of the city of Jackson and people in Jackson. And I can't thank you enough for coming out to our water giveaways, our vaccine events. It's a circus. And you guys have made the circus a circus.
Well, I'm telling you, we're just doing what we do to serve the community, because that's what it's all about with Miss Wild. That's right, Miss Wild and I. Janice D. She said Janice D. Lee. She said Janice D. Lee Adams. All right, then I give her that much. But hey, great person to work with. Very understanding and compassionate about what she does, and very intelligent and willing to reach out extend the olive branch of help to help individuals here in the Jackson area. So we thank you. It's always an honor for us to work with you, but Sanders, and we look forward to it each and every time that you ask of our services. We're here to participate.
Yes, sir. And in closing, I'd like to say, make your thoughts positive actions. May your positive actions reflect your positive thoughts. In the city of Jackson, Hinds County, continue to apply pressure, and I salute the great people of Jackson, Mississippi's Hinds County.
Wait, just before you close, this documentary, those who want to participate, is it an extensive interview or some type like that? That briefly explain that, and then I'm going to ask one other thing of you before.
That's a great question. I have no idea, but if a crew is coming here from New York for 3 days, they're putting their heart and soul into this particular project. That's 3 days. They're coming from New York City, from the state of New York. So I'm not for sure extensive, and I believe that's why she wants to communicate on Thursday, between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, so she can kind of get a feel and give them an idea of what they're going to be doing. So that was a fantastic question.
So any information gained is helpful to all individuals in the South Jackson area.
That is correct.
Okay, one more
and
time.
not only South Jackson, but I'm sure, like I shared with her, all of Jackson is Jackson.
Definitely.
But if South Jackson benefits because our people step up to communicate their stories, then the city of Jackson is going to benefit.
And that's what it's
so
all
we need
about.
to see. We need South Jackson to step up and participate, and be sure to let these people know how resilient we are and how well we work together with one another.
That's why we call it the City of Soul.
City of Soul. City
One
of Soul.
more time, those numbers, those two numbers.
601-937-5671. Howard Sanders. 601-948-5572. Central Mississippi Health Services. Leave a message for Howard Sanders and let them know that it's for the NBC News Digital Water Crisis. And it doesn't have to be in that order, and however you can say it, put it in their life.
All right, then. We thank you. And since they have those numbers, all I can say is, just like Barbara Moore would say, hey, I use my cell phone.
Man, y'all grooming the hell out of me. Thank you. Y'all grooming. I was supposed to leave here this evening, headed to Florida.
Yeah,
my goal was to go to Pensacola, spend the night there, so I could be there at 12 o'clock to see my son walk out on the field. But
safe travels.
Man, most definitely. You done put it in my life.
God bless you.
You know what, man? I met you guys because somebody didn't want to do their job at Central Mississippi Health Service.
Right.
And I shared to that lady before I even met you, and I didn't even know I was gonna meet you, and I didn't know what the affiliation was between the two.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I didn't know what the affiliation till you guys showed up together. And I told that lady over the phone, I said, that will never happen again. Never happen again, yeah. So, but I can't thank you guys enough, man.
Yeah, and then you brought Dr. Freeze, and
yes, sir.
You messed him up.
Yeah,
he's been on board ever since.
Been on board. He's let me turn this off.